driving Texas. Oh, driving Texas. Yeah, driving Texas. Driving Texas. Oh, ain't that Texas? Yeah, ain't that Texas? We're in Texas. Ain't that just Texas?
Okay, see these beautiful plains. We're coming into Post, Texas. We're about 2 miles away. So I'm going to put this up on the map so you can see exactly where we are, and we're going to check it out. I'm going to be asking AI about it. That truck pulled out right in front of me. There we go. And we're going to get to know this little Texas town called Post, Texas. Up on the map. Okay, welcome to Texas. Up on the map so you can see exactly where we are. And let's go zoom into the city that we're in, that we're going to be driving around. Okay, as if you're there yourself, let's get back in the car and get back to seeing Texas. Okay, there's the Post city limit sign, population 4,790, and it's kind of a small town. We're going to ask AI, we're trying to interact a little bit, find out Post antelopes. Let's see. So let's see, what is Post, Texas known for?
You got it. So Post, Texas has its own little claim to fame. It was founded as a company town by serial magnate C.W. Post back in the early 1900s. Nowadays it's known for its small town charm, a bit of ranching history, and some cool West Texas landscapes. So yeah, definitely worth a look around.
Yeah, how many, I just saw the sign for the population, but what's the population in 2026?
So as of 2026, Post, Texas has a population of about 2,994 people. It's actually been on a bit of a decline over the last few years, losing a little population each year. So yeah, definitely on the smaller side these days.
And it says right here, I see something that says road may flood. Why might the road flood in Post, Texas?
Well, out there in Post, you're pretty much in that West Texas landscape. So when it rains, it can get a bit flash floody because of how the land is shaped and how the water drains. So that size basically a heads up that if there's a heavy downpour, those roads can flood pretty quickly, so just something to keep an eye on.
Okay, so that's, okay, I didn't know that. So when was the last time they had a major flash flood here?
So the last major flash flood at Post happened around 2024. They got hit with some pretty heavy rainfall that caused some road flooding in those lower lying spots. So yeah, not too long ago.
Wow, okay. Huh, didn't realize that. So,
yeah.
So what should we see in Post, Texas? We're not capturing it on camera, but I saw a train that's, so is there a kind of a major railway thing going on here in Post, Texas?
Yeah, absolutely. So Post actually does have a bit of a railway history, and you might have caught one of those freight trains rolling through. So if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely keep an eye out.
I'm gonna check it out. I see some nice, beautiful murals. And way in the distance, I see a train, so I'm gonna try to go by that train while it's still going by, just so we can capture it in the imagery. Looks like so Post, Texas is kind of in the plains of Texas. I was kind of reading, there's the train over there, and I was kind of reading that the plains of Texas are like some of the vastest flatlands in the United States or in the world or something like that.
Yeah, you're spot on. The Texas plains are definitely some of the most expansive flatlands in the U.S. And they stretch on for miles. It's one of those landscapes that just kind of takes over the horizon. So, yeah, definitely a cool thing to take in, especially with those murals and that train off in the distance. Enjoy the view.
Is it one of the flattest in the world or flattest in the United States?
So the Texas plains are definitely some of the flattest regions in the United States. But in terms of being the flattest in the world, that is a bit of a stretch. Texas does have huge stretches of really flat land, especially its Great Plains and the coastal plains. But worldwide, you'd find even more extreme examples of flat lands. You know, like the Nullarbor Plain in Australia or parts of the Sahara. But for the U.S., the Texas plains definitely rank among the flattest areas.
That makes sense. So here's the trains coming in right there. So
perfect. Yeah, just keep an eye on that train and enjoy the view. let me know what else you spot out there.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. There's actually 2 trains coming through, so a lot of these trains are, where are they going exactly?
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so a lot of those trains are usually hauling freight and goods across the state or even further out. Texas is such a huge hub for railroads, so they might be headed to other parts of the country.
And so this town was founded by a cereal company. Is that right?
Yeah, it was actually founded by C.W. Post. Yep, the cereal guy. So you're absolutely right. He established the town back in the early 1900s.
What are some of the famous cereals that he created?
So C.W. Post actually came up with some classics. He created Postum, which was a cereal beverage, and then there's Grape Nuts, which is still around today. He also introduced Post Toskies, originally known as Elijah's Minna. So yeah, definitely some famous cereal history there.
Looks like we have a lot of kind of cool different. The downtown is it's nice. It's a nice little downtown. What is it? Is there a lot of people come downtown, and if so, what are the attractions downtown that people come to see?
Yeah, definitely a nice downtown vibe there. A lot of folks do head downtown to check out the local shops, maybe a historic theater, and definitely some unique little eateries. It's a cool spot.
Yeah, so down there it says welcome to Post. There's kind of signs throughout. Here's Post City Hall and the Post Public Library. And then we got something called the Tower. Tower says love like Jesus. Tower looks like an old movie theater. How old might some of these buildings be here in downtown Post?
So that tower's got some charm, huh? Yeah, a lot of those buildings date back to the early 1900s, basically when Post was founded. You'll find a lot of them are over a century old.
Okay. Yeah, I got some really nice murals. Here's another beautiful mural right here. Has a big cowboy on it and says Post. That looks really, really cool. Looks so cool. I might turn the camera off and take a picture because it's kind of amazing. And then we also have the train going by, so we're gonna explore more. I'm gonna take a good picture there because that one looks like exactly what I want.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we are. I just took some good photos of that mural. The train is still going past the town. So I guess we'll kind of go through. We'll see what it's on some of these other side streets as well. Kind of trying to give it. Oh, there's a little oil thing right there. That's kind of cool. This is pretty typical throughout this whole region of Texas. These little oils, you know, making money, drilling into the ground, bringing up the Texas tea. There's also a lot of windmills, so they're like bringing money from the wind and from the oil out of the ground. So it's this. I guess money does fall in trees and what do they call that? It grows out of the ground. Money grows out of the ground and it flies through the air, I guess, through wind and oil out of the ground. Anyways, kind of a cool town. So I guess what we're gonna do is that little downtown was kind of the key one that I was gonna film. And I guess we still have our AI guy here, I think. So let me make sure. I'm gonna ask him a little bit about I guess we kind of have everything we need. Maybe I won't turn that on. So, but I guess Post Cereal came out of here, and the town, I guess it's like the population out front said something like 4,000 something, and then the AI said something like 2,000. So I guess it's a little less people than before. This is a nice little town though, and here's a saddle shop. That's kind of cool. Looks like a little bit of that New Mexico or Texas look to it. Life is nothing without God. So this area is Smokin' Dick's Barbecue, burritos, and a drive-in. You got all kinds of cool stuff. Holly's Drive-In. So I guess that's a reference to Buddy Holly. There's the Texas flag underneath the U.S. flag. I like how they do the pictures of like Texas is there, and then also they have the U.S. flag, and it's, this part of the United States is quite very supportive of the flag, of course. And now we're kind of up just on the open road, so I'm just going to capture it. And I think, is that a football field over there? It looks like it has beautiful lights, and yeah, it looks like it's a baseball field. This part of Texas, all of Texas, really is kind of well known for support of football, high school football and college football. And then in this region too, we're on the plains, but there's a lot of this, like not too far back, there was like some canyons between here and Lubbock. We're about 30 miles outside of Lubbock, approximately. There's the post city limit, so now we're back to 70 miles per hour, and we're slowly going to be going. We're about 4 hours outside of Fort Worth, Dallas and Fort Worth, so we're going to be heading that way. And I've just been watching the terrain change from New Mexico, and the plains are stunningly beautiful. And I don't know if it's this particular area or if it's like that all the way around. I heard that on the southern route, it's more like really industrial, oil intensive. And there's a ranch to the right. Wow, there's like nice little canyon stuff in the background. I was also reading something too about the sunsets around here. They're really nice in West Texas out this way. So yeah, a really beautiful part of the country. I'm quite impressed. Kind of makes me want to explore a lot more. So I just want to stop and see that little post town just to see what the little towns are like out in West Texas. And then just kind of capture some of the terrain. So anyways, we'll film that's post Texas. So now you have another idea of a little bit more of Americana. I'm gonna kick back and listen to some good Texas country music on the radio out in the back roads. Just want to capture this a little bit. Turn off the radio before I have a copyright issue. But yeah, so out here, there's like, it's the plains, and part of it is like flat, and then you have these canyons and these kind of interesting, beautiful terrains out here in West Texas or Northwest Texas. All I was reading about with West Texas was the oil field stuff, and I do see oil stuff here, but I had like a different, like a bleak landscape, but this is beautiful. So I don't know. I have to research more to see if I'm like on one of the most beautiful stretches of West Texas, or if it's all like this. I just have no idea. Anyways, I guess I'm gonna kick back and listen to some more music. So yeah, I like these little trees too. Kind of cool Texas trees. They're like, I kind of have those images around the hill country as well. Oh, I can smell the road out the window. It's kind of a little bit of smell of like oil and rain. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. There we go. So that's another little bit more of post Texas, just outside the town here. I'm absolutely loving this landscape out. So now we're probably about 20 miles outside of post Texas. I'm driving towards the Dallas metro region, Fort Worth, and I just can't get enough of the scenery. It's just it's really beautiful out here. It's like kind of underrated. I just didn't really know that much about it. I mean, I had my assumptions. I thought it was just like, I don't know, I thought it was more stark, but it's like it's quite beautiful out here. Wow. Anyways, thought I'd add that to the video. Just outside of post, about 20 minutes.